Welcome back to school. We're so excited to have your kids back in the classroom with us. It has been too long and we've missed them, and we're just so grateful that we have this opportunity to be back with you. A few things that we have to keep in mind is your safety and the health of your children. So we're going to have a little skit for you now to kind of demonstrate what the first day of school is going to look like when they come back next week. Johnny, it's time to get out. Go to school.
Okay.
Don't put your...
Do I have to?
Yes, we have to mask.
Okay. All right. Hey, Mom, can we have Pop-Tarts for breakfast tomorrow?
No,
okay.
no Pop-Tarts.
Fine.
Good morning.
Hi, Mr. Higgins.
Hey, how are you? No one in your household's tested positive for COVID?
No.
All right, let me take your temperature. You're good.
Awesome.
Come on, welcome to school.
That's a cool laser gun. Come on, backpack on. And, okay. I gotta get my lunchbox.
Have a great day at school, John.
Thanks, Mom. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Mom. Love you.
There's a teacher in there to point to your class. Remember, Johnny, as soon as you get there, wash your hands.
Okie dokie. Thank you. Good morning, Mrs. Swanson.
Good morning, little Johnny. What grade are you in?
I'm in 4th grade.
Right down the way there.
Okay. Did anyone ever tell you you look like my mom?
Welcome to my class.
Mitchell.
Hello, come on in. Let's put your stuff down
All right.
beside your desk.
Okay. Oh, this says Daniel. My name's Johnny. That's okay. We can change it later.
Okay.
Okay.
And then we hang our backpack sideways on the back of the desk.
Like that?
Okay, so come over. Before you touch anything, we're going to wash your hands.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Gotta get it. Mom said to do it really thorough.
That's very good.
And so I sing a song.
In between your fingers.
Uh-huh. Yep. All right. Rinsey.
Paper towel, and I like how you use your forearm.
Thank you.
Get that off.
This is not my first rodeo, Mrs. Mitchell.
Okay, so we're going to take your mask off, but when you take your mask off, let me show you using mine.
Okay.
I have a special mask with it, Shield, too.
That is a special mask.
So you are going to remove it by your ears.
Uh-huh.
Don't touch the face part.
Okay.
And then you're going to come over here, and your bag here is on a clip. You'll open it up, and the front of the mask is going to face out. So don't.
Okay.
So you're going to hold it like
Like
that,
that?
and let it drop
Let it
right
drop
in.
right in.
And so the front of your mask will always face out, and then this will hold over the clip,
Perfect.
and it'll be perfect. And now you're going to put your face mask on. Just around your head. And you're ready to learn.
I feel like an astronaut.
Exactly. This is how they feel.
Wow. Cool. All right. I'm ready to learn.
All right. I might have to adjust your desk to the next one next to you. It's a little taller.
Okay.
So each family should have a packet like this on your table or your desk, and it has the oldest child's name on it. So it will not be in every classroom. It'll just be on your oldest child's desk. So Mr. Higgins is going to go over now our COVID plan for this year and give you some highlights of that.
So in your packet, you're going to see a piece of paper that looks like this. There's 4 main areas. I'm going to hit the highlights of those. They are what you can do at home, what we're doing with our school building, social distancing and hygiene, and exposure procedures. What you can do at home, there's a list of symptoms that we need you to screen for at home. And if your child is displaying any of those symptoms, they need to be symptom-free for 72 hours before coming to school. In the past, it was 24 hours fever-free. This year, it's 72 hours fever-free. For our school building, you can read all the different steps we're taking to make sure that we keep it clean. A big takeaway for tonight is to make sure that your child has a water bottle, because we've turned off the water fountains, the drinking fountains, and we're only using our water filling stations. So you need to make sure you have a water bottle for each child ready for the first day of school. For social distancing and hygiene, we'll show you later, but every child is going to be issued a face shield. And then, of course, we also need to have them have a mask when they come in the building. They'll put their face shield on when they get to the room, and they can choose to wear both, as I am now, or they can choose to just wear the face shield in the classroom. For exposure procedures, out of an abundance of caution, of course, we're going to relax attendance this year. And if a child does, God forbid, test positive for COVID, they cannot return to school until they have a negative test. That class, because we're keeping classes distant this year and it's in the plan, if there's a child positive in that class and only that class will transition to online school for 5 days, starting the next day. We'll pick up right where we left off, just in an online environment, and then that's 5 calendar days, not 5 school days. They'll come back to class. Good.
Anything else? Okay, you also should have, in your packet, you'll have a handbook, and this handbook should be able to answer any question you have about anything pertaining to the school. In the back, there is also a pickup and a drop-off schedule here, so you can kind of review that, so you can remember how to drop off and pick up your child from school. And then we also have, for those of you that are going to use before care and after care, you will need to have a form filled out to get your cards turned back on, or to get new cards ordered for you. So there's that form here that you can use for that as well. Also in your packet, lots of stuff. We have a way to pay online for your tuition and your lunch and your before and after care. Anything that you'd like to pay online, we can do that for you, or you can go online and do it yourself. This sheet gives you that information. It also, underneath here, is there's a form for a credit card or a form for a check. So you can select which form you would like to use for that. Also this year, we're going to have two extracurricular activities that we will have available. One is going to be robotics. You want to talk about that one?
So robotics this year will be 3rd grade through 8th grade, as it's been in the past. We're hoping to just keep those by grade level. We'll see how signups happen. The information's in the form. And they will meet on Fridays, and it's just a first semester project. Robotics ends around November, December.
And then Mrs. Carter is willing to do art club again this year, but she is limiting it to 10 students per day. And so it will be a first come, first serve sign up sheet on that. However, we are mixing grades, so it is going to be a little bit more of a risk if you want to do it, because you might have a kindergartner and a 1st grade together, or a 1st grade and a 2nd grade together. So just be aware that we will be mixing grades in the art club. So if you don't want to have that happen, you probably shouldn't sign up for art club. But that sheet is in here as well. We're also going to have band this year, but it will be just for our students only. I will send out an email to those families who did band last year. But if you're in 4th grade and you'd like to do band this year, then please contact me and I'll give you some more information on that as well. We also do have Welcome Home weekend bags available for you if you haven't picked them up already. And when you pick those up, we have some yard signs for each family to have. So if you'd like a yard sign for your front yard to say you're a supporter of Holy Trinity, be sure you pick one of those up. And they are in the gym at the table where Vicar Bangert is. And our last point I think we have to talk about is before and after care.
So before and after care this year, the times are remaining the same. They start at 7:30 and ends at 6. Though we're asking that, we're trying to keep our numbers low. So if you do not need this service for work-related purposes, we ask you to please not bring your students to before or after care unless you need it. Because again, we're trying to keep the numbers low. In the gym, we're segmenting it into really large squares, if you will. And kids by grade will play in those squares because we're trying not to mix kids across grades. The cost remains the same as last year, and all of that information is inside of the packet. The one thing that is different is this year parents are not allowed in the building. There's a slight exception to that. For before or after care, you'll come in the Family Life Center entrance or the gym entrance. There'll be a table there, and if you're familiar with the program before, you'll sign in on the kiosk. We ask you to hand sanitize before and after doing that. And then one of the workers will bring your child to you right there at the door. And so as you're coming into the door, you personally will need to have your key card turned on. So if you think you're going to be using before or after care, that is a key that we'll need to turn on, and Debbie can help you with that. So this year, we're using Sycamore again. For those of you that are familiar with it, If you ever have any questions, you have my cell phone number. You can just text me, and I'm usually pretty responsive to getting to you right away. Those you do not, in your packet is a how-to sheet. You just Google sycamoreschool.com. You'll go to it. Our site number is listed on there. And then if you don't have your username and your password, let me know, and I'll get that set up. And then if you have any questions on how to do the main items, such as paying your bill, ordering lunch, checking grades, if you ever have a question, please just get a hold of me, and I'll walk you through it.
And I'm sure you all have a lot of questions that we didn't answer this evening, so we're going to post our phone numbers up here in a little bit, and you can text both of us and ask any questions you might have, and we'll be happy to get back to you as soon as we can. Other than that, I think we're going to have a great year, and we're just going to try and stay safe and healthy, and if we all work together, I think we're going to have a wonderful school year this year.